Welcome once again to Zilla Perspectives. I am your host, beatzillapdx official. And today we have a video that I've been wanting to get to for the past week or so. And today I actually have time. So this is interesting. It's a video from TikTok, as you see. Simp men are usually the only straight ones. Yeah. So for me, let me just give a quick thought. I find it odd that when we hear simp men are usually the only straight men, that's a very weird take. Considering how men simps are defined by other men. And this kind of goes into her spiel on how she feels about men who possibly are against being stepfathers. So just kind of giving you forewarning, it kind of comes off that way, but you might think something completely different. But without further ado, let's hear what she has to say. And I'm going to let this run about halfway, give my take, and then we'll continue.
So the DL Whisper said, the men that they call simps are usually the straight men. And that is so true. See, straight men that truly love women, they're the ones showing up, being present, not afraid to say, I cherish her, I want to be with her, I want to see her win, I want to spoil her, I want to protect her, and love her loud. That's not weak, that's strength. And you have some men, especially the ones on the down low, I'm not doing for a bitch, I'm not doing all of that. That's simping. That's y'all doing too much for women. If you're not doing it for women, son, who are you doing it for? Another man? Because it doesn't make sense. Why are y'all so bothered by actually doing the role of a man for a woman? These men will listen to you talk, notice when your energy is off, rub your back, send you flowers, cook for you. Don't need to be begged to act right. And most importantly, they genuinely like women. They're not simps. They're just emotionally secure, straight men. The men that brag about not doing nothing for a woman either hate women or don't like women at all. Talking about I ain't buying her shit. She can't get $1 out of me. Y'all doing all that for pussy? Let's be honest, some of them don't even like women like that. Are deeply insecure and hiding behind that super masculine nonsense. Are low-key gay and resent women for the fact they can't be true about their own desires. Like, that's not our problem, baby. That's yours. It's giving repressed, angry, and scared of intimacy.
Okay. So taking a brief break from her. She said a lot. And this is halfway through this video. One comment I have to say, and this is, you can take this, how you need to take it, but she's talking about men hiding and using what'd she say, hyper masculinity as like some kind of mask. You cannot be hyper masculine without masculinity. Masculinity is a natural trait of a man. So this really comes off as trying to use, and very recklessly using like feminist talking points, the shame tactics of, oh well, this, if you don't want to do this for a woman, then you gay. See, she keeps leaving out there's a few things she keeps leaving out. Number one is personal choice, preference, shall we say. So to say that men don't want to do things for women, period, that clearly isn't true. Because when you look at the statistics of even when my oldest was born, there was 2 male children and 20 female babies. And so just understanding, and this has been the case, it's been about 20-1 out here for a very long time. So when you look at those particular odds, if a man has his choice of 20 women, let's say from 10 to 20 women, then what need would he have to be going after a woman? So say out of all of 10 women, 5 of those women have no children. This woman right here is telling you out here, the general public, that those 5 women should not even be thought about, because that means that this man is DL, or this man is some kind of gay, because he's looking for his preference to do these things for, versus choosing somebody who has already demonstrated their decision-making skills by the children that they have, and they are not presently in the relationship with those children's fathers. So I'm not sure how she gets something about that evaluation tied up to it being a sexual preference thing, because if you're talking sexual preference, which if a man was on the DL, that is still a sexual preference conversation. It seems like, he wouldn't have to be on the DL. Maybe he chose those other 5. But she automatically in her conversation, because this is a manipulation tactic. So not having the person that she's communicating to, which is the audience, understand that there are still women who can get that without all of the baggage. So what she's doing is trying to present something about the man and present this fault first. So let's go back to what she said. The DL whisperer said, that is literally how she started this. The DL whisperer said, ma'am, you needed to write that off as soon as you opened your mouth. He's the DL whisperer, not the straight man whisperer, but the DL whisperer. So straight men aren't their forte. So the conversations that men would have, they're not privy to, because they spend their time whispering to the down low. See, there's something there that they already have a relationship to. So I would have to say that the DL whisperer, ma'am, is pulling a Derek Jackson on you. They're selling you a bill of goods that can't possibly be true, because this gay man is not in conversations with real straight men. He's in conversation with closeted gay men. That is humongous difference. See, closeted gay men are going to do different things, be around different people in different environments than a heterosexual male. You don't fake it. See, heterosexual males will know that something's off about this individual. That's why they'll keep certain company. And it ain't going to be the straight men that you keep trying to think that you're trying to relate to being simps. That's just not there. Next thing, straight men, being a straight masculine man does not mean that you hate women. That is ridiculous. So what it does mean is that you have your own personal standard. And it doesn't even mean that men treat women as objects. Simps are not known for their leadership ever either. Now she's saying, you need to be a protector and all of that. When in history has the simp, the I'ma do the pea beggar, when has that guy been known to lead anything? All he can do is follow, because a simp is a follower. So to say, well, he ain't no real man just because he's a simp, you down low. No. You are literally trying to separate the reality from the truth, or from the fake. And the reality is, leaders, those straight men, those straight leading, as some people say, alpha men, and you want a beta male simp that will be led. When in history has that person been known to be the protector? No one's leading. See, a follower ain't a leader. So, and in this case, if a man is listening to a woman like this, he's already following. So yes, he would be a simp. And why would a man do that? It's because something in him says, oh, I want to provide for this woman. Lady, no man is thinking like that. That's all about the sexual control and power of a woman. Prostitution is the oldest profession. So if there wasn't attraction to the female wares, it wouldn't be the biggest thing since time immemorial. So let's keep things in perspective. This doesn't make a person gay. Also, when you call men who are simp, you're calling them for basically, like I said, being followers. But at the same time, a woman like this, you want the simp to number one, you don't want other men dogging simps and clowning simpish behavior, because then it affects your dating pool. Because when men give other men game, that's not men hating on other men. See, a man is going to say, hey, bro, stop simping on that. I'm not looking at him to lose. I'm trying to get that brother to understand where he can win. And it ain't with you, because you're a bad deal. See, so when you see people like this just tells me this might be one of those personal feelings, because let's just keep it a buck. We see this often. And one of the things that when it goes down to it, you want stepdaddy to step in. And yes, that is simping. So this is why you're getting into this conversation of simping. So, but notice she hasn't gotten to the single mom side of this conversation yet. She's just doing all of the setup to let you understand that, hey, if you don't want to come put the cape on, you must be gay. Now, at the same time, again, he's saying it's not weak to do any of these things. You just sit up there and listen to me. Listen to me talk. I don't know what I'm really saying or if I'm engaging you in anything. She wants a man just to sit there and listen to her. Like people are listening to her right now on TikTok, looking through the face of filters. He has to sit there and listen to you without the filters, ma'am. So number one, that's going to be if that works or not for him. Number two, you like speaking on camera. So that might not help your relationships if you're going to put all of your personal business on the internet. So she's trying to really play on simp insecurity, which would be the whole manhood thing. So if you're getting advice as a man from your brothers and they telling you, hey, man, you playing yourself. Again, playing yourself. Do you think, ma'am, that would be something that men are telling a brother for them to fail or lose? Or maybe they're trying to look out for their brother. See, when men call men simps, that is not, it is a negative, but it is something that brothers will absolutely tell their partner, hey, man, you playing yourself. That girl ain't really into you like that. She's about herself. I.e., we're in halfway into this video and we have only heard about what she wants to cater to herself. I would be safe to say she's not going to actually get to how she will help his life at all. But let's hear a little more and see where her point really is.
Like if the idea of loving a woman out loud disgusts you, then sweetie, you are not a straight man. You're struggling with your own identity or projecting hate from a wound you won't face. Anti-simp men be obsessing over other men, not women. Have you ever heard about these type of men talk about other men? It sounds like they be in love. They dress for male validation, quote alpha male podcasts all day, try to be hard 24/7, want to impress their homeboys rather than impress the woman that they are sleeping with. Because the truth is, real straight men, they don't mind nurturing a woman. They don't need to flex by denying love. They're not moved by fragile egos. And let them keep using simp like it's an insult. Because it really just means he's emotionally available. He knows how to love with effort. He values a woman's softness, not just her sex. He will be the one her kids call dad one day. He's not afraid to be a protector.
Whoa. Now y'all caught that, right? He's the one that her kids will call dad someday. What did I say earlier? She's eliminating, if you had 10 women to one man, she's eliminating 5 right off the rip. And so even if this man is a simp, couldn't he be simping with the woman with no kids and start a future there? Seems like that would be more beneficial to him. Then his kids would be her kids, and they got kids together. Versus him coming in after you done laid down for all of these alpha men that was smart enough not to keep you. Not smart enough not to have kids with you, though. So both of you have already demonstrated your decision-making skills. But now it's this man's responsibility to be the hero. And if he is looked at by his people and saying, hey, you're playing yourself. Number one, this whole idea that she just took about men being obsessed with other men, I don't even understand where you would get that, because there's not videos out here telling men, hey, don't be simps. And she's talking about anti-simp, there is no such thing. It's anti being played. Being a simp is about being played. And her understanding about how men interact, if that is what she understands, then most definitely all of her interactions have came from DL men. Ma'am, you do understand that the men you desire are actually those DL men. However, the men that you know in your inner heart that you want to lay down and give babies to, those are alpha men, anti-simps. So for me to see a friend or a young relative or anything getting involved with you, I would have to wonder, I would really have to wonder how that looks. Because you're over here, it's just really weird to me that, it's simp behavior. Well, I can't really say it's weird. It's weird that people would believe it. But she's using the simp men are usually only straight ones. Ma'am, you want soft men. And you want a man to be a doormat. That's a simp. And men, like for me, I've been with my wife for 27 years. I understand everything that goes into a marriage. With what this woman's talking about, she doesn't have any experience in any of that. So, just understand what I'm looking at. I'm just looking at a headache, and if you're a friend to a potential simp, by all means, make sure that he avoids something like this.
And a provider. So yeah, call the real straight men simps, and we love them for it. The ones that's yelling, I ain't doing nothing for no bitch.
Let me go back.
Call dad one day. He's not afraid to be a protector and a provider. So yeah, call the real straight men simps, and we love them for it. The ones that's yelling, I ain't doing nothing for no bitch. Be the ones that secretly watching other men glow up while they stuck in fucking poverty. That'd be the funny part. Call him a simp. I'll call him mine. Because the same men that y'all mock are the same men that women pray for.
Did she say when men are glowing up being stepdaddies? I guess. I mean, if it kind of feels delusional to me, on the real side of the game, that feels very delusional. But nonetheless, it is what it is. I just wanted to cover this real quick and let her say that. And I said my piece. I want to know what you guys think. To me, I kind of think that this is a crash out of it's like a single mom crash out that may have had a potential suitor, and maybe his homeboys was like, yo, you're playing yourself. And he looked in the mirror and said, you know what? I am simping. And so now here she is complaining, saying that, well, the DL whisperer said that, so this gay man told me that these straight men, yeah, ladies, don't take advice from potential men that you want to date from men that are out of that dating pool. They don't know what they're talking about. And straight men aren't having conversations with gay men about how they want to interact with women. Just a helpful hint and piece of advice from Zilla Perspectives. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, please. And like and share this video. Whew. Without further ado, y'all have a blessed one. Peace.